masters, and honorable guests. Define the game that you need to play in this world and play them really well. Ships are the safest when anchored at the shores, but that's not where they are supposed to be. I find these words extremely inspiring, simply because they talk about pursuing your passion and facing your fears. Have I truly been able to follow these words to the T in my life? I'm not sure. Let us all try to explore this together. In my years of school and university, I had the greatest passion for theatre and elocution, and at every given opportunity, I would just jump in and say, "Wherefore rejoice! What conquest brings he home? What tributaries follow him to Rome?" And I would act in several plays simply because it gave me a lot of happiness. It also actually gave me a form of expressing myself, and frankly speaking, I was also able to tackle my sorrow. My life at home was with my mother, who was a single parent to me, as my father had passed away when I was only about a year old. So my years were quite difficult, our life was quite hard. I do miss my father not being there for me, especially in my formative years. And it was around those years in my life when I had so much environmental pressure on me as to what is he going to do in his life? He's going to be a waste. He's not going to find a job. Would he be educating himself? Yes or no? Will he actually be able to make money? I faced all that pressure, and I went on to doing a bachelor's in honors in economics, and then I did a MBA in Scotland, United Kingdom, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But in the bargain, this is what happened. The P of passion and the P of profession, which are generally supposed to be like this, in my theory, were actually separated. It happens. Life went on, and I kept working, but somewhere down the road, I started dreaming about cutting across several cultural and geographic horizons, and I wanted to live and work in different parts of the world, and I wanted to shape myself up as a global citizen. I got the opportunity to live in Russia, and therefore I traveled to various parts in Europe and Central Asia, which was great fun. And I also learned Russian as a foreign language, which was a big asset for me at that point of time. So, if I was to look back, professionally speaking, my life was great. But somewhere deep in my heart, there was something which was incomplete. I had this very strong element of restlessness within me, something which was chaotic. I think it was solely because of this P as in passion and profession still being far away from one another. It was actually, frankly speaking, it was actually when I arrived in Canada about 11 years ago that I felt a very unique kind of freedom. It was very intrinsic. The freedom was very intrinsic, and it also offered me a unique set of opportunities. I started embracing a very humanitarian approach in my life, and I started setting goals which were totally different in nature. So my goals were far more sort of sustainable. So I wanted to focus on sustainable growth. Even the profession that I did and I pursue today is solely based on interacting with people and helping them and adding value to them and their lives, in whether it's insurance planning or financial stuff. It's all about adding value, which is extremely, extremely gratifying. Talking about gratification, I think the epitome of gratification has been fatherhood. And I've got that simply because I have two beautiful sons, and my wife and myself, we enjoy raising them. what do I want in life as I move on? I would like to aspire for more happiness, which is lying within us, deep inside. I would like to improve my element of health. I would also like to improve my ability as a professional and enhance my entrepreneurial capabilities. And somewhere down the road, I would like to address my some social causes. I very strongly believe that we live in a world which is a big global village, and therefore we've got to make sure that there is a seamless flow of knowledge, seamless flow of information, love, and compassion between people of all cultures. At the end, I would like to say one thing. Never get scared by any sort of difficulty, because that difficulty is there simply because it is supposed to make you fly higher. Thank you.